Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be covering frames in Figma. You will learn what frames are and how they act as the design canvas and how to use them to structure your layouts. By the end of this session, you will understand how to work with frames to organize your designs effectively. Let's get started. So you are welcome. We are now in section 2 called Figma Tools and Interface. So we are looking at understanding frames, that is the design canvas. So I have a lecture note that is going to guide us. What is a frame in Figma? A frame is a container or workspace used to hold design elements. Frames act like screens or pages where designers place they place their text, images, buttons, icons, layout, UI components. A simple explanation: a frame is the screen where your design is created. Why frames are important? Frames are important because they help designers organize designs properly, create responsive layouts, design for different screen sizes, very important, manage multiple screens easily, build prototypes effectively. Without frames, UI designs become difficult to manage. So without frames, UI designs will become very difficult to manage. So real life example of frames. Example of frames include we have mobile app frame, we have a website homepage, a dashboard frame, a tablet interface, a dashboard page, a tablet interface. So each screen is a design project usually. So each screen in a design project usually has its own frame. So let's go to Figma and try to create mobile app screen. So let's create a frame for a mobile app screen, website, and so on. So come to my Figma. So I'm going to create a new design file. So okay, another thing, you can also remove some of the recent designs if you want to see them here. Just right click here and say can either move to trash. That's just like deleting it after some days, or say remove from recent, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to create a new design file. So all right. Okay. So I'll just use the drafts. So in case you have this kind of issue, just make use of the drafts. It's like we are using free version. So there are some features that only those that have paid for the Figma that can use all the features. So there's a limit of files you should have in your recents and all that. So we are going to use drafts. So I'll create my new design file. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to look at is a mobile app screen. Mobile app screen. So that's what I'm going to. So earlier in this course, I walked you through the toolbars. So this is the frame. You can click on this drop down. You see frame. You click on frame. If we have this, we have phone, tablet, desktop, presentation, and so on. So I'll maximize the phone. You can choose any one. So, but I'll pick, let me pick iPhone 17 Pro Max. Let me pick iPhone 7, 16 and 17 Pro Max. So let me reduce this a bit. So this is a, okay, to change your, so this is a canvas. To change your canvas color, don't click on the frame, just click on the canvas. From here you can change so that your frame can be visible. So use it to control the visibility of your frame. So we have something like this. This is a mobile app screen. So we are going to create a website. So if you are creating a design for mobile phone, you are going to use the mobile frame. So if I can come here, if that design will also need a tablet, so you are going to pick one. So this is a tab. Another thing, if the design will have a website, so you pick any of these. I'll use desktop. So this is a website view, the desktop view. So like some products, they have mobile apps. They can be used with tablets. They can also be used, and they have a website. So you are designing, you design for the mobile version, that is a phone screen. You design for the tab, and you also design for the desktop. So it's that serious. So another thing is we have presentation, like paper. You want to design for A4, can pick A4. So depending on what you want to design for, social media, you want to design a Facebook cover, LinkedIn cover, you can click on this. So this is going to give you the exact size of the LinkedIn banner, that LinkedIn cover pics. So if you are designing using this measurement, so when you try to upload it, there are some design that you try to upload, some parts will be cut off. But this, if you are uploading it, it will go in perfectly. So we have the same for Twitter header, Facebook post, Facebook cover. So okay. So each screen in a design project usually has its own frame. So that is it. That's how to create frames. Now, difference between frames and shapes. A frame used as a container. Shape. We are going to shape. So shape is a design element used as a design element. Can contain multiple objects, usually a single object. Support layouts and responsiveness. Does not manage layout. Used for screens / pages. Used for visual design. So for example, a mobile screen frame, a button rectangle shape. So how to create a frame in Figma. So I've done that. You open Figma, select the frame tool from the toolbar. The shortcut is F. Like now, if I click on F on my keyboard, you can see automatically to select the frame for me. So choose a device size from the right panel or draw a custom frame manually. So you can draw frame manually, and I can just pick this and just draw it manually. So it depends, or you can pick from here, or you can draw it manually. So common frame presets in Figma. Figma provides ready-made screen sizes such as, if you have looked at devices, the mobile, that is the iPhones and Android, the tab, the iPad, desktop, which is laptop / desktop, social media, Instagram post. So I've walked you through this already. Creating a mobile frame. So you press F. So we've done this already. So let's move to understanding the design canvas. The design canvas is the large workspace where all frames are placed. Important note, the canvas is the overall workspace. Frames are individual screens placed on the canvas. Think of the canvas as a large desk and frames as papers placed on the decks. So look at it. See, you see this, the whole of this gray color where I can change it to red, can change it. So make it a bit, let me use the blue color. Okay, the whole of this blue is known as canvas. The whole of this is known as canvas. So now these are frames placed on the canvas, just like the explanation. The the canvas is like your decks. Let's say your table, your decks. Then you now place some plain sheets, some A4 papers on the deck. So these frames now are now like the A4 papers, while the canvas is like the table, the decks. So that is it. Working inside frames. Inside a frame, designers can add text, buttons, images, icons, navigation bars, cards. So we are going to look at these forms. Frames help keep all elements organized. So as we are going to design, you will see how you can place all this on the frame. Moving frames. Frames can be moved, resized, duplicated, renamed. Always rename frames properly. Like example, we have the login screen, home page, dashboard, profile page. So like I say, frame can be moved. If I click on this, I can move it like this. Just drag it around. I can move it. Also say that frame can be resized. Let's say for example, this is a phone screen. We are going to scroll it. So I can drag this down, can be resized. Can drag this down. Another thing is that duplicate. You can duplicate it. If I press Ctrl D, then I can duplicate it. Or I click and hold the Alt key on my keyboard and now drag it. So I can still duplicate it. So you can duplicate frames. Another thing is you can rename it. You can see automatically it has default naming. You can change it, just double click on it. I can call this let's assume this is the home page. I can call this home page. I can call this login screen and login page. So you can rename it so that I'll be able to, okay, so that for clarity's sake. Resizing frames. Frames can be resized manually. You've seen me done that. Nested frames. Frames can exist inside other frames. Example, a card component inside mobile screen. So as we are going to design, you see how we are doing all these things. So frames can exist inside frames. So frames property. When a frame is selected, the right panel shows properties such as the width, the height, position, fill color, stroke, layout, and so on. So now, if I should select this, you can see the right panel now. You can even change the color of the frame. So, as the case may be. Auto layout in frames. Figma allows frames to use auto layout. What auto layout does, it automatically arranges elements inside a frame. Yes. So benefits, better spacing, cleaner alignment, responsive structure, easier editing. So as you'll be using Figma, you learn how to do that. Importance of frames in UI UX design. Frames help designers structure design professionally, improve organization, maintain consistency, build responsive interfaces, create user flows. Frames are one of the most important tools in Figma. So without frames, you can't even design. So frames are one of the most important tools in Figma. All right, guys. So that's it about frame. That is it about understanding frames, design canvas. So we've done justice to that.